Hey young people, this is just a quick and easy on how to do the EDSB quizzes. The EDSB quiz that you're going to take today is on the imperfect tense. It's open notes, so I would sit down, make sure you have your yellow grammar paper out, and have a blank sheet of paper too. You can write down all the charts on the blank sheet of paper, and then when you answer the questions, which aren't in chart form, it'll just be a lot easier to organize. The very first question, it'll look something like this. The very first question, it'll have an academic honesty statement. Read over it. Remember, you can use your notes, but you can't get answers from anyone or take anyone else's work or disclose what's on it. All you need to do for this one is type your name, your full name, into the box and move on to the next section. The next section says imperfect tense active voice. So everything in this section is active, and it'll just go through the chart, starting with the first person singular and ending with the third person plural. So it says, what's the first person singular active of paro, parare, paravi, paratum, to prepare? And you would type it in the box. So in this case, it would be parabam, P-A-R-A-B-A-M. Remember, it's going to be the stem plus, if it's first conjugation, the stem letter is A, plus B-A is the tense sign, plus the personal ending. The verb on the quiz, it's not going to be paro, but it'll be first conjugation. So the stem letter is going to be A no matter what. Just remember that. Then it's going to alternate between asking you what the form is in Latin. So you type parabam for question 1. And then the next question is, what is the English meaning of your answer for question 1? You can't just say, what's the meaning of parabam, because it'd be giving the answer away. So you would type in, I was preparing. I'm not sure if it's case sensitive, but the way I'm going to set the answers up, everything will be lowercase except for the pronoun I will be uppercase. I already said when we were talking about the Quizlet Write that be careful with spelling and make sure you don't put any extraneous spaces or anything, because it'll automatically mark it wrong. All right, then it goes on to the second person singular, so you'd type parabos. It's not going to be paro, but it'll tell you whatever the verb is. Then what's the meaning of parabos? You were preparing. This is good because when you get to the third person, if it's paro, you would type parabot, and then what's the meaning of that? Do it in this format, he/she/it. This is always how I present things, but if you're one of the people who does the S in parentheses and then the he/it, it may not pick that up, so just remember this format, he/she/it, and then I'll guarantee you get credit. There'll be 12 questions like that, because 6 of them will be Latin, 6 will be English, and then it moves on to the imperfect tense passive voice. So it'll say what's the first person singular passive of whatever the verb is, something other than paro. If it were paro, you'd type in parabar, and then it's just like it did with the active voice, it would move on to the English. So what's the meaning of question 1's answer? Parabar is I was being prepared, because it's passive. This is going to add up to about 50 points, depending on whether it requires me to give you credit for typing in your name. You have a week to complete this. Oh, and when you sign into it, it's set up so you have an entire hour to do it. So take your time with it. Make sure every single letter is correct. That's the nature of Latin. If a single letter is off, you're not going to get credit. Good luck.